Pop Scoop.
So hi, this is Isaac for Pop Scoop, and I'm speaking to the very talented and unique singer-songwriter and musician Janet Devlin. How are you?
I'm good, yeah, I'm wicked. I'm a good time.
Good. Now, we are just a few short days away from the June 9th release of your long-awaited official debut full-length album, Running with Scissors. Are you excited about finally releasing it to the world and your fans?
I'm nervous, definitely, but yeah, probably more excited because it's going to be a nice day to actually hear people's opinions on new songs that they haven't heard yet. So
yeah, of course. I mean, you have a few singles out already, but it is that thing of those tracks that people haven't heard yet.
Yeah, definitely.
and I said official debut album, but of course some of the tracks you previously featured on the crowd-funded Pledge Music album Hide and Seek. Is that right? Yeah. And what made you want to rework and re-record these tracks?
I finished the Pledge Music version, and I was still writing because I enjoy it so much. So I was still doing it, and I wrote this song called House of Cards, and I was really proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought my sound had just kind of grown a lot. I kind of knew what I wanted more, and I kind of knew what I was doing more almost. So it was just so much better. So I decided then, I broke it to my management. I was like, yeah, see, this album, can I re-record it? Is that right? And no, they were really supportive. They were like, yeah, sure. And that's pretty much why it's called Running with Scissors, because what we did was pretty dangerous in this industry. It's a massive risk, to be honest. So that's why it's called Running with Scissors, because you shouldn't do it, but we did it.
But you did it, and I think it's going to work. So, and it is working already, of course. So, but I mean, are you a perfectionist too about trying to get that sound just right and the way that you want it to be?
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, you've got lush production on the album, and you've got a lot of unique touches, and scratches on Hide and Seek in the background. It sounds like vinyl scratches, and then the music box on your last track.
Whiskey Lullabies.
Yeah, Whiskey Lullabies. I mean, are those your personal touches too? Things you really wanted on those tracks?
Yeah, I just think they kind of make them their own kind of thing then, which is great. Because you obviously can't really recreate those things live, and that's what I like. I don't like trying to emulate a record, because it's a one-time thing, really. So it's really good fun.
Yeah, so do you see that as two separate things? I mean, your live performances
live,
and your album.
Yeah, it's two different. Yeah, definitely. Because you can't really, the more you try to emulate it, the worse it's going to be almost. You kind of got to do your own thing.
Yeah, it's true that you don't have that that bit where people are expecting the exact sounds that they know from the album, and then when they don't get that, they're upset. So if you do a kind of different version, in a way, do you find that works better? Yeah,
definitely. We have I have a setup at the minute, which I've been doing on TV and things, which is a mandolin and a guitar and a cellist, and that's working really well. So.
Oh, that's neat. And you've been quoted as saying that the album is very personal to you, like a journal or diary of people that have broken your heart. I mean, how do you feel about opening up and revealing such personal feelings to a big audience?
It's scary. I didn't even think it through when I was writing these songs. I probably should have. But it's only really the realization that, because these are literally poems and things that have come out of my journal, like my actual journal. So it's like, oh God, people are actually going to be, it's pretty much someone looking at my journal, and I could literally just hand them the book and go, yeah, knock yourself out. Because it's pretty much the same thing. And I only realized as well that my ex-boyfriend's probably going to hear these songs as well, so that's great.
Yeah. I mean, is that cathartic too for you and helpful, to get it out there and perform those songs?
It's like free therapy almost. So that's quite cool.
Well, yeah, and you're in good company there too, I think. I mean, in terms of, not the musical style, but, the spirit of that Heartbreak album, like Adele and Taylor Swift. I mean, do you agree there?
Although, I wasn't doing anything like that on purpose. It was just what I wanted to write about almost.
Yeah. And it's something that almost everyone experiences. So in that way.
Yeah, I definitely think, because it was a big thing for me at that stage. I'd never been in a relationship before. It was my first relationship, and it lasted almost 2 years. So it was quite a big thing, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so whenever I left the show and all that kind of stuff, when the relationship ended, I was writing all the time, so it kind of made sense.
Yeah, and you have to write about what you know about too. So
Yeah.
It's very real.
Well, what I was feeling like, so that's what was in my head a lot. So
yeah.
Happened.
And then now, I mean, if you could take us back, what was the first spark that got you going in music?
Gosh,
Younger.
I always wanted to be in music. My mum used to laugh at me and say, "Good job, like good luck finding that in the job center," kind of thing. But yeah, as long as I can remember, I've been writing music and things. But I never thought it would be possible to make it a career almost.
And was that big at home too? I mean, you had a lot of songs on, in the house, and something that you grew up with.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that takes us to your time on the X Factor, of course, that we have to mention.
Yeah.
Series 8 in 2011, and you were just 16, and you finished 5th. What does it feel like now, to look back?
It's great because it actually, like, the reason why I went on there, well, first of all, was to find out whether or not I could sing, because I was taking a year out to do music, and I thought, well, I should probably find out whether or not I can sing or not.
It's a good way to find out.
Yeah, you can't really, like, trust people. Well, I couldn't really trust people because, if they were like, oh, you can sing, but you don't know if they're just saying that to be nice. So I was like, if someone's going to tell me whether or not I can sing, it's going to be Sam Kyle.
That's true. That's true.
That was the idea.
Yeah, because I guess, you have some of those people that come on that have been told, as you said, you sound great. Yeah, you sound perfect, and it is a sort of scary awakening to go on and find out that maybe you don't really.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what I wanted to, find out. But I always I had such paranoia that I thought, I'd convinced myself that I was a joke act.
Oh, not at all.
But I was convinced of that. So yeah, so it was great. That's why I was so shocked whenever they said yes, because I thought I was literally going to be laughed at. So.
Well, and the figures came back afterwards, of course, too, and you had, I think, 5 weeks in a row, you were voted top out of everyone, too, so it doesn't sound like a joke act at all. I mean, are you happy that it was a launch pad in that way? Not that you had to win or anything like that, but that it gave you that bigger fan base.
I changed then, obviously, then whenever I realized that I was going through, then I wanted to figure out what I wanted to get from the experience, and then that was... I thought about it quite a lot, actually, and I came to the conclusion, really, that I wanted to meet people in the industry and I wanted to get my name out there.
Yeah.
And that essentially this would be a good platform to do it. So that was my goal then, and I actually achieved that through that actual show. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's neat that way, that it is something, you don't have to win it. It's a great way to meet people, as you said. So, what does the immediate future hold for you after the album launch, and what's coming up next for you and the fans? We're
signing licensing deals now across the world, which is pretty cool. I think we're probably going to be hitting America and Australia pretty soon, which will be interesting because a lot of my fans are actually international. There's more of them than there are actually here in the UK, to be honest. Because we're doing the shippings at the minute, with all the albums and the international pile.
Right, I saw you signing.
Yeah, we find out that the pile for international was bigger than the pile for the UK. So.
Oh, interesting. So, are you hoping to do some touring and gigs?
Oh, definitely. I love being on the road. It's lovely. I love recording, and actually, I don't really like the recording part. I don't like it. No, I like the writing part, and I like the performing. I don't really like the recording part.
And why not that? Is it too intense?
I hate the sound of my own singing voice. So, I'm not even gonna lie. They have to warn me whenever they're doing playback, so that I can take my headphones off and not listen, because I get really annoyed.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just don't like it. But I mean, singing releases endorphins, so obviously I enjoy it and it's good fun. So yeah.
And then, what does performing live mean to you?
It's great. Every time I've played a lot of even that old album, really, it's amazing. Some people cry at some songs because there's quite a lot of, there's kind of tear-jerking songs on them.
Yeah, your ballads.
I should issue a warning, really. Should buy with Ben and Jerry's and then listen. Because it's great because people connect with it, and then from the happy, upbeat, clappy songs, they're involved, and it's just great because as well, I as soon as I get off stage, I go up and calm down, and then come downstairs and meet everybody after.
Yeah, and so you find out right afterwards what they thought.
Yeah, it's amazing because you do ask a couple of them like, what did you think, or what was your favorite song, just so you can get some feedback, so it's really good.
Yeah, of course. And then are you big on social media as well? I mean, do you like that?
Yeah, I try my best. Yeah, like I wouldn't have had an album if I didn't connect using social media, because that's how I told my fans about the pledge and all that kind of thing. So that's how they find out. So it's really, really, it's been super helpful for me actually. And like I get a lot of personal messages from fans, looking for advice, and I try my best to help them out and things as well, because a lot of them have it quite rough, and it's really, it's quite sad, but
and it's nice for you to connect to them that way.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think one of them said, even if your advice wasn't that good, but in brackets it was amazing, but it's so nice to know that your hero would take the time to actually respond. So that was quite cool.
That's great. That's great to give back in that way too. I mean, I'm sure you remember it too, of the the stars that you liked. And
oh my God, I still fangirl if someone that I really like tweet me. It's so sad. I know, I actually scream, like it's so bad. But anyway.
And who was that? I mean, are you able to say?
It's happened quite a few times actually, to be honest. Because people I think forget that I'm a teenage girl, and like I have heroes and idols myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm doing the screaming around the bedroom, going, "Oh my God, they tweeted!" So yeah.
Okay. On that note, too, I mean, are you happy to do some quick fire views about yourself too?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. What's your favorite color?
Black.
Black. And your favorite animal?
I am an animal lover. I love them all.
Oh, good. Okay. You can't choose.
Unicorn.
Unicorn. Nice. Favorite food or meal? Do you have one?
No, I'm not a passionate food person, to be honest.
No.
I'm more of some people eat to live and people live to eat. I'm more of an eat to live kind of person.
Okay, so you just fuel in that way.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite film of all time?
Oh my God, anything with Johnny Depp in it.
Oh, yeah, not bad, yes.
I know he's attractive and things, but he's actually genuinely really talented as well, which is always a bonus.
Yes, it's good to have the two. That's a good combo.
Yeah, and he's a musician, so that's quite cool as well.
Yeah. First album that you ever bought, do you remember?
Ooh, I don't remember the first album I ever bought.
The first significant one for you.
I think it was either the Foo Fighters or Nirvana. I can't remember.
Nice. That's a good way to start, definitely.
Or it was either Foo Fighters, Nirvana, or the Chili Peppers. One of the three. Cannot mind.
It's very cool, though. What song do you have on constant repeat at the minute?
Constant repeat at the minute? Gosh, I don't know. I'm more of an album type person.
Okay. Well, I mean, an album that you're quite into at the minute that's not your own?
Oh, yeah. I think, what was it? Oh, gosh, it's going to escape me. It's a band called Girls from San Francisco.
Okay.
And, his EP, I think it is. Maybe it is his album. I can't remember the name of the album. I know it's on my phone. But, yeah.
But the band
is
Girls.
Work is Girls, yeah. I think it's this one guy, actually, but he goes under Girls. And he's a talented bugger, that guy.
And we'll get that out there. You've said that, and so maybe you can hook up that way.
Oh, yeah.
Your favorite item of clothing right now? Do you have one?
I don't, because I'm in this really nice position at the minute where, I'm getting sent things to wear for certain bits and things. But I wore a dress the other night made by Velvet Johnson. And it was like one of my favorite dresses I think I've ever worn. It was like
Was that the white one? Was that the white?
Yeah. Yeah, it was wicked. She's amazing, actually. She's lent me stuff before for photo shoots and things. Her work is fantastic.
Oh, great. First poster that you put on your wall as a young teen? Of course, you're still a teen, but young teen.
Young teen. First poster. I can't remember exactly what the first one was, but I used to buy religiously Kerrang! Magazine.
Okay.
So it would have been like You Music or Paramore or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so band posters.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite journey at all? If it's a journey home or a journey to somewhere that's your favorite place?
I love the journey home, to be honest, because it means I get some time alone, like in the airport, and then land, and I've got an hour's drive home, which I get to catch up with my mum normally. She normally picks me up, so I normally get to just chat to her, or my brother, who's like my best friend. He might pick me up, and it's just good. Nice hour to spend.
And do you have an ultimate hero?
Ultimate hero, gosh.
Whether music or anything else?
I can't think of one, but I think Dave Grohl is like a musical god. I mean, he was in the biggest rock band of the 90s, and then the biggest rock band of the early 2000s.
Yeah, it's very good going. Very good going to be in 2 of them.
And 3, actually. Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, you're right.
Legend.
Still going. And then finally, life motto or favorite saying? Put you on the spot.
Life motto or favorite saying? Gosh. I think it's that Dita Von Teese quote that you can be the juiciest, ripest peach in the world, but you're going to come across someone that doesn't like peaches.
That's great. That's a very good one.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
it's my favorite. Yeah.
On that note, thank you so much for chatting to us, Janet, and I hope
thank you for having me.
Hope all the best for the album. We can't wait to hear all of it. I mean, we have, of course, but we can't wait for everyone else to hear it too.
Wicked. Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
All right.
Pop scoop.